Hello, and welcome to the Managing Yourself course. Here in this course, you will learn the importance of setting your game plan and sticking to it. This is very important if you plan on getting everything you need to be done correctly. Setting priorities is a huge part of getting your entire plan moving smoothly. You need to be sure that you have your to-do list numbered with the most important one first. If you have your whole list out of order, then you will not be able to get everything done in an efficient manner, and that will simply slow down all of your progress. For example, if you're building a house, you must first lay a foundation before you can build the roof. You need to have things set in order and then follow that order. Foundation, walls, and then the roof. If you do this, you will have your house built in no time. So just before you start working on your to-do list, you should look over it and be sure that everything will get attended to in the best way to get everything done and done completely. You don't want to have anything halfway completed, because then you will have to go back and fix it, which will also slow your progress down. If you need to go over your list more than once, that's fine. There's no reason to skip over a little revision of your list if it could help your progress. You want to be sure that you are taking care of important things first and letting the things that don't need immediate attention for later. Just as important as setting your priorities is managing the time in which you complete your priorities. Time management is a skill that needs to be practiced to get it just right. It is not a difficult skill to obtain, but if you don't try, you're not just going to acquire it. It's pretty simple, really. You need to set aside a certain amount of time to do your tasks. For instance, if you were making dinner, then you would have the time laid out to prepare the meal and then timing for it to cook in the oven. And you would give everyone an estimated time of the whole meal being done. The same needs to be done with your time. If you just go and try to tackle your whole list without setting out specific times for everything that needs to be done, you will most likely end up with half-done projects, or you may run out of time in general. If there is something on your list that you think may take some time, then be sure to factor that in. If you are not giving yourself ample time to complete your tasks, then you will never get anything done and might end up running out of time for your entire project. Time vampires are those things that just suck up your time and don't help you out at all. I'm sure you know one or more of these vampires, and there's a good chance you've already been a victim of one or more of these time vampires. One of the biggest and probably most popular vampires is Facebook. Do you know how much valuable time has been wasted updating your Facebook page and making wall posts? Probably a lot more than you realize. Now, there has been and can be more times where Facebook may help some of your efforts, but honestly, 9 times out of 10, it's really not doing anything for you but wasting your precious time. Another time waster is Twitter. People may not spend quite as much time using Twitter as some other things, but still, I know plenty of people who are updating their Twitter status every 5 minutes. I really have no clue why or how someone wouldn't get bored doing that over and over again, but hey, it happens every day. Certain sites could be very addictive. Things like going online gaming sites are huge time vampires. Yes, they are fun and a good way to relax after a hard day, but you don't need to be on them all the time. Same goes for forums. You may find yourself posting replies and starting new threads instead of getting your tasks done. Along with different online activities that may be wasting your time, you should also remove negative people from your life. Being surrounded by negativity is not productive. When you're working really hard towards your goal, you need to be surrounded by positivity, and one of the best ways to do that is to surround yourself with positive people. Everyone is entitled to have a little fun and do some recreational activities, but you really need to eliminate your time vampires until you reach your goal. Don't let these time vampires suck out your precious time. It's your time, and once it's gone, you can't get it back. Just as you would want to remove negativity from your life, you'd also want to surround yourself with positivity. You accomplish this by meeting like-minded people who share your same interests. These people are most likely on a similar path, and you can help each other stay focused and positive. It's always a great idea to have other people to help you, where you guys can work on projects together, and if they are more advanced than you in your field, you could easily learn a lot from them. Have you ever heard the saying, two heads are better than one? Well, that's very true. When you have more than one mind working on something, you can easily bounce ideas off each other. Brainstorming is a great way to get a good idea off when you're taking your project. And with the more positivity that's surrounding you, the more driven you will be. Motivation is a big part of completing any project, and it's something that other like-minded people can help you with. Not everyone is born with huge amounts of motivation and positivity, and that's perfectly okay. You don't have to be born that way, because you can learn how to harness the power of motivation and positivity. Don't get down on yourself if you aren't accomplishing that perfectly on your first try. The positive people around you will help you build that up in you. Taking on any project has just as much to do with who and what you surround yourself with as it does how you will actually accomplish your task. It will be increasingly hard for you to finish your project properly if you are surrounded with negative people who are bringing you down all the time. You don't need that in your life, especially when you are reaching for your goals. You don't need to remove them from your life, but you may need some time off them. Get yourself focused and on track, and once you have your own motivation and positivity within yourself, you can have those people back around, and maybe even change their view for the better.